Hello, my name is Stephen Atkins, and I'm posting this video on behalf of on behalf of the Christians who are being exterminated in the city of Mosul. Mosul is a city in Iraq. It's had a Christian population for nearly 2,000 years. ISIS, which is ISIS, it's an acronym which stands for the Islamic State of Syria and Iraq, is an organization led by some mad imam of some sort who wishes to establish an Islamic caliphate in the region. And what is happening is basically in Mosul is that the Christians are being ethnically cleansed from this city. This is not really being reported very much in the media. There has been some coverage on Fox News in the United States, and some coverage by Sun News in Canada. I'm not too sure what else, whether it's covered anyplace else. I did see a small piece by Al Jazeera, which was actually quite good about what is happening there, but there has been no worldwide coverage, and certainly there's been no worldwide condemnation by the Muslim community. I think one of the reasons that there is no coverage is that basically people don't care, and I think that most people fail to understand exactly why is this happening, and whether or not this is truly Islam. I think I can make a case quite strongly that truly this is what Islam is all about. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying that all Muslims necessarily would endorse this type of behavior. In fact, some Muslims, very few mind you, have spoken out against what is happening with that. But usually when they speak out, then they would, what they do is they fall back basically onto their own victim card. They will blame basically what is happening in Gaza, or they will blame the Americans because of the drone strikes that are going on in Pakistan and Afghanistan and in Iraq. They will also blame, American foreign policy as well. But this is not an issue about foreign policy. This is a religious struggle. It's not a political study. It's religious. And it can be justified quite easily from the Quran. Now I'm going to show you 3 verses in the Quran. I'm going to post them so that you and leave them up long enough so that you can read them. And this is basically addressing Christians. It's found in the 9th surah, and the first will be verse number 1, surah 9, verse 1. Next will be surah 9, verse 5, and then surah 9, verse 29. So let's read them together, and then I'm going to make a comment. Okay, so you've read these 3 verses from the 9th surah. Now, just to put a bit of a context with it, this was basically one of the last revelations that Muhammad received. And one of his last revelations, or at least in understanding the Quran, that when there's an apparent contradiction, the latter surahs abrogate the earlier surahs. And so, what do you read here? Well, first of all, we read in the first verse said that basically that Muslims are under no obligation to keep a contract or a covenant or a treaty with a non-Muslim. And here we're called polytheists, so they are targeting the Christians. The second verse, that is verse 5, speaks about that you are to, when the sacred months are passed, you are to make war with us. And the 29th verse goes on to basically say that you are to make war on us until a certain criteria are met. Now notice what the criteria is. Well, first of all, we need to convert, or we need to submit and become, accept a demi-status. A demi-status is basically we pay the jizya, which is a poll tax, protection money. That's all it is. It's protection money. It's nothing more than that. And or else we die. So you have three choices. So what's happening in Mosel is that the Arabic letter N is put on the doors of Christians. They are told that they are to leave or leave and get out of Mosel, become a Muslim, or die. Or else I don't see any evidence that they even have the option of paying the jizya. And many have died. These people have no place to go. What is tragic, and what I'm waiting for, is the condemnation from Muslims, not a few individuals, but from the mosques, worldwide condemnation from Muslims, without playing the victim card, without blaming the United States foreign policy, without blaming Israel and Gaza, without blaming the drone strikes, but basically that Muslims, leaders of the mosque, you'll issue the fatwas condemning this behavior. But so far I've heard silence, or I'll hear yeah, but that type of thing. Playing the victim. For the most part, there's a deafening silence. And maybe the reason there's a definite silence, that in your heart of hearts, that you really approve of these types of actions. So this is just like I say, a short little video. And again, I just want to say is I don't blame all Muslims, but I do blame Islam for what is happening here. In closing, may I say that the Muslims who are doing this are basically following the example of Muhammad, and according to the Quran and the Hadiths, Muhammad is the best of example. So maybe that's why you guys are quiet. That, like I say, in your heart of hearts, you approve of these actions. Anyways, thanks for watching.